Most men don't realize they're walking into danger until it's too late. You meet a woman who's beautiful, confident, maybe even a little mysterious. She draws you in with charm and charisma. You think you found someone special. But deep down, something doesn't sit right. You can't explain it, so you ignore it. You rationalize, hoping things will smooth over with time. But that small voice inside you isn't doubt. It's wisdom trying to warn you. The truth is, many women appear high value on the surface, but their behavior reveals something very different underneath. And if you don't learn to recognize the early warning signs, you'll end up investing your energy, emotions, and future into someone who will only drain you. Stoicism teaches us to see clearly, not through fear or fantasy, but through reason. As Seneca once wrote, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. That means when you see the truth and accept it, you can stop suffering and start living with clarity and purpose. In today's video, I'm going to reveal 6 red flags that expose a low-value woman. Signs most men completely overlook. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to identify these signs, how to respond with strength, and how to protect your peace, power, and emotional well-being. This isn't about judgment. It's about survival. It's about knowing who deserves access to your life and who doesn't. Let's get into it. Red flag 1. She seeks validation nonstop. A woman who constantly seeks validation isn't just showing you her habits. She's exposing her foundation. When her sense of worth depends on external approval, whether it's from likes on Instagram, endless compliments, or flirtatious attention from other men, it means she's not anchored in who she is. She hasn't developed internal stability. She hasn't found value in solitude or substance. She's addicted to being seen, not to being known. Epictetus once said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." This wisdom cuts deep. It means a person who is truly strong doesn't need applause. They can tolerate misunderstanding. They're not desperate to be liked. They're committed to being grounded. But the woman who seeks validation nonstop will never be content in silence. She needs to be admired to feel secure. And that's where the danger lies. Because if you're in a relationship with someone like this, you will always be chasing her sense of enough. You'll constantly have to reassure, flatter, and compete with the opinions of strangers. That's not love. That's performance. And over time, that performance will exhaust you. You'll give more than you should, tolerate more than you want, and lose sight of yourself. The Stoics believe that virtue is the only true good, not image, not popularity, not surface-level charm. A high-value woman embodies this without trying to prove it. She doesn't need the world's approval because she's already approved of herself. She's at peace with being unseen. She values depth over display. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It is not the man who is too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." The same applies to validation. A woman who craves constant affirmation is impoverished in spirit. And if you attach yourself to her, you'll be caught in her emptiness. The Stoic man must observe carefully. He must ask himself, is this woman drawn to connection or addicted to attention? The answer makes all the difference, because one leads to peace, the other leads to pain. Red flag 2, she disrespects boundaries. When a woman disrespects your boundaries, it's not just a red flag. It's a flashing warning sign that too many men overlook until it's too late. Boundaries are the lines that protect your time, energy, values, and self-respect. A woman who mocks your standards, dismisses your limits, or plays games with your time isn't being cute or mysterious. She's revealing her character, and her disregard for your boundaries is a clear sign she doesn't respect you. Stoic philosophy teaches that self-respect begins with self-control. As Marcus Aurelius said, the things you think about determine the quality of your mind. If you're constantly justifying yourself, debating your own standards, or mentally rehearsing how to respond to her manipulations, your mind isn't free. It's under siege. You weren't made to live in conflict. You were made to lead a life of clarity and virtue. And peace begins by honoring your own lines. A high-value man doesn't need to shout his boundaries. He simply lives by them. He speaks clearly, acts consistently, and doesn't apologize for protecting what matters. Once is enough. If she disrespects you again, that's a pattern. If she continues, it's a decision. Yours. Seneca reminds us, no man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself. A woman who tests your boundaries gives you a choice. Fold to avoid conflict, or stand firm and grow stronger. The Stoic chooses strength. Always. Red flag 3. She avoids accountability. One of the clearest signs of a low-value woman is her refusal to take responsibility for her actions. When every past relationship was his fault, when every mistake is blamed on circumstance or someone else, and when every shortcoming is met with denial instead of reflection, you're dealing with someone who rejects growth. This mindset is not only immature, it's dangerous for any man trying to live with peace, clarity, and purpose. The Stoics taught that responsibility is the foundation of self-mastery. As Seneca wisely put, a gem cannot be polished without friction. Growth comes through honest reflection, through recognizing our flaws and making the choice to improve. A woman who avoids this friction at all costs is telling you she does not want to be better. She wants comfort over clarity, ego over evolution. When you stay with someone who refuses to be accountable, the roles begin to shift. Slowly, you'll find yourself apologizing for her moods, covering for her poor decisions, and justifying behavior that violates your peace. And make no mistake, your energy will be drained, your focus blurred, and your sense of self slowly chipped away. This is how a man loses himself, not all at once, but in small acts of self-betrayal over time. Stoicism demands that we stay grounded in truth, even when it's uncomfortable. Epictetus taught that it is not things that disturb us, but our judgments about them. You must judge this clearly. If she avoids responsibility, she's not just avoiding growth, she's rejecting partnership. Real relationships require two people who own their part, who admit when they're wrong, and who value truth over pride. If you want a peaceful, purposeful life, be with someone who chooses growth, not blame. A high-value woman owns her story. A low-value woman rewrites it to protect her ego. Your path forward depends on knowing the difference and walking away when you must. Red flag 4. She's addicted to chaos. A common warning sign of a low-value woman is her addiction to chaos. Some women mistake drama for depth, believing that constant tension and upheaval are signs of passion or intensity. Yet, for a Stoic man, true strength comes from calmness and stability. Marcus Aurelius teaches us, be like the rock that the waves keep crashing over. It stands unmoved. This powerful image reveals a Stoic ideal, to remain steady and composed, no matter how turbulent the world around you may be. If she thrives on chaos while you seek peace, your values will inevitably clash. A relationship filled with constant drama creates confusion and unrest, pulling you away from your inner balance. Chaos can feel thrilling in the short term, but it is not the foundation for building a lasting, meaningful connection. Love, at its core, should bring calm and clarity, not emotional storms that leave you drained and unsettled. For a man grounded in Stoicism, peace is where he builds his kingdom. It is the fertile ground where his purpose grows and his character strengthens. When a woman is addicted to chaos, she disrupts that foundation, making it impossible for you to flourish. Over time, this tension erodes your confidence, disturbs your focus, and disrupts the harmony essential for a strong partnership. Epictetus reminds us, no man is free who is not master of himself. To master yourself means choosing peace over drama and clarity over confusion. If you want a relationship that supports your growth and aligns with your values, steer clear of those who create chaos as a way of life. True connection thrives in tranquility, not turmoil. Recognize this red flag early. A high-value woman enhances your peace and helps you stand strong, like the immovable rock. Don't settle for anything less. Your life deserves calm, and your heart deserves harmony. Red flag 5. she doesn't respect masculine purpose. One of the most damaging signs of a low-value woman is her lack of respect for your masculine purpose. When you are committed to your mission, whether it's your career, self-development, or a higher goal, she complains, distracts, or tries to pull you away from your focus. This behavior is not love. It's a form of sabotage. It threatens the very foundation of what makes a man strong and fulfilled. Stoic philosophy teaches us the importance of mastery over oneself. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." True freedom and fulfillment come from discipline and dedication to a meaningful purpose. A man without purpose is like a ship without a rudder, vulnerable to every storm. Your mission must always come first because it shapes who you are and what you bring into any relationship. A low-value woman wants to be your entire world, your sole purpose, rather than supporting the purpose you already have. She feels threatened by your ambitions and may try to keep you tied down to her needs or distractions. This is a red flag because it reveals a lack of respect for your individuality and growth. In contrast, a high-value woman honors your path. She understands that your drive and discipline are part of your identity and supports you in staying true to your mission. She respects that you have priorities beyond the relationship and values you for who you are becoming, not just for what you can give her. If a woman doesn't respect your masculine purpose, she will drain your energy and derail your progress. Protect yourself by recognizing the sign early. Stay committed to your mission and surround yourself with those who uplift your growth rather than hinder it. Red flag 6. She uses sex as a weapon. One of the most harmful signs of a low-value woman is when she uses sex not as a means of genuine connection, but as a tool for manipulation and control. Withholding affection to punish you or leveraging intimacy to gain power over you breaks the foundation of authentic love. This is not a true bond. It is a toxic game rooted in strategy, not virtue. Stoicism teaches that love and relationships should be grounded in virtue, honesty, and mutual respect. Seneca reminds us, "He who is brave is free." True bravery means standing firm against manipulation and refusing to surrender your autonomy. When a man allows emotional blackmail through sex to dictate his feelings or actions, he sacrifices his freedom and courage. Using intimacy as a weapon breeds resentment and distrust. It turns what should be an expression of mutual care into a battlefield of power struggles. If her love comes with terms and conditions, it feels like a negotiation where your worth depends on compliance. This is a clear red flag. Stoic wisdom encourages us to value self-mastery and emotional independence. A healthy relationship empowers both partners. It does not leave one vulnerable to coercion. If you recognize that sex is being used against you, it's vital to walk away. Protect your dignity and your inner peace by refusing to engage in this destructive cycle. In the end, authentic love is freely given, not bargained for. Stand strong, be brave, and do not settle for anything less than respect and virtue in your relationships. Let's take a moment to recap everything we've covered. If you find yourself dealing with a woman who constantly seeks validation, disrespects your boundaries, avoids taking responsibility, thrives on chaos, undermines your masculine purpose, or uses intimacy as a weapon, you're not in a healthy relationship. You're in a battlefield. And as a stoic man, your strength lies not in fighting every battle that comes your way, but in knowing which battles are worth your soul. Your role is to stay grounded, maintain clarity, and choose peace over fleeting passion, especially when passion lacks principle. Remember, true power and freedom come from self-mastery and emotional control. Don't settle for chaos or manipulation disguised as love. Instead, hold firm to your values and cultivate relationships that honor your purpose and integrity. If this video has given you new insight or clarity, please hit the like button and subscribe to the Stoic Way of Life so you don't miss future content designed to help you master life, love, and self-discipline. I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below sharing if you've ever encountered these red flags and how you handle them. Also, share this video with a brother who needs to hear this truth. Better yet, Try applying these Stoic principles in your daily life and see how your relationships transform. Join our community of men committed to growth and self-mastery through Stoic wisdom. Your journey doesn't have to be lonely. Together, we grow stronger. Thank you for watching, and until next time, walk with strength, speak with purpose, and live with virtue.